Hey, friends, and welcome. My name, for those that don't know, my name is Riley J. My pronouns are he, him, and I am so excited to be finally doing a show on my own. Very sad that we had to, you know, transition out of Bottoms Up without Effie. But I'm very, very excited to be doing this show with you guys and to bring you something new to the Boy Less page. Um, we have so much drag on our page and so much, wow, words are hard. I mean, new show, still the same struggles. But, with drag, we have all the twirls and the glitter and the costumes and the makeup. And so I just wanted to give you guys something, I guess, a little more real, a little more down to earth, a little bit more, me. When I was thinking about what I was going to do now that I didn't have Bottoms Up, I was like, man, what could your boy do? What could he do? And I wanted to give you something that was more me. Bottoms Up was fun. It was fun to have a reason to drink. We started the show actually based on the boredom that you find yourself in during quarantine, and when we started quarantine, we were very dealing with our emotions and everything with alcohol. I mean, unless considering some circumstances, as you know, but we're trying to solve that pain and try to figure out what to do by just drinking. And so I turned to Effie and I was like, we need to create a show out of this. We just need to make something of it, and we did, and it was fun. And just kind of how the waves of quarantine changed, we also changed with our show. Quarantine is now going on longer, but people are still going back to work, including Effie. And so now Effie is super busy with what she has to do. I totally respect it. And so I figured, moving with the flow of quarantine, I would also move with that flow of going into something that was a little more serious, a little more my vibe. Ooh, Siri. Siri thought I was talking to her. So yeah, that's kind of where this show just kind of came out of. Um, if you don't already know, in future weeks it will be me as well as a special guest of some sort. So I'm very super duper excited for that. We're gonna have drag performers. We're gonna have people who are playwrights or musical writers. We're gonna have people who else is? Oh, we have a book writer, an author who signed up who wants to talk about her new book that's going to be coming out. Who else do we have signed up? I think that kind of bundles up who's signed up already, but I want a lot more people. I know I've talked to some people who run like organizations that want to sign up. I had some people reach out that I need to get back to, who want to have like a sponsorship, and so I'm super excited. Today's episode is just me hanging out, doing my thing, getting to know you guys, getting to know you guys better. If you're commenting, by the way, I see my phone blowing up. If you're commenting on my watch party on my Riley page, or you're commenting on my YouTube, I don't see those comments. If you want to come on over to Boylesque, Michigan and watch there, I'll see your comments over there. So yeah, let's see who we have here with us already. We have a lot of Bottoms Up crew. Thank you guys for sticking with me through all this. I see we have Wendy. Hi, oh my goodness. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Girl, she's giving it. But I see we have Wendy. I hope you're doing well. We have April. Hey, April. We have Ani. Ani, thank you for tuning in. Ani's not at our house this week. Usually, Ani only watches the show because of the interconnection we have here and just easy accessibility. So I'm excited she's able to watch from her home today. We have M. Hi, M. Who else do we have? I see Erin checked in. Erin Campbell. It's good to see you, Erin. I hope you're doing well. We haven't seen you in a minute, girl. Well, that's not true. We have seen you at some of our virtual shows. I haven't seen you in a minute because I'm always behind the scenes. Who else we got going on? Ani, you sent a reminder. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Ani, thanks. That makes me feel good. Jenna. Hi, Jenna. Who is he? You know who I am, girl. Please. And Julie, of course, Julie's always Julie. I moved the time for you. Well, not necessarily, but I like to think I moved, and I want you to think I moved the time for you, y'all. If you don't know, if you didn't watch the previous show that I was doing, Wendy couldn't always tune in because she was watching. I think it was Jeopardy with her dad at 7:30 when I had my show at 7:30. She couldn't tune in until 8. So you're welcome, Wendy. Ooh, I don't have people to fill in my drink breaks. If anyone's wondering, another thing to bring it down to earth and more seriousness, this show will not revolve around drinking. Obviously, you are allowed to drink. I'm not going to stop you from drinking. But if you know me, you actually know drinking isn't actually a huge niche of mine. I'm not. I was when I first started drinking at 21, but after that, I kind of grew out of it really quickly, just for some personal reasons. And so I actually don't drink that much alcohol, which is also why Bottoms Up didn't. I feel like I was doing you guys justice with that. So today I am drinking out of my gingy cup, as always. Oh, my dog was like, who? Um, as always. And today, as most days on this show, I am drinking my Herbalife tea, which I love. Herbalife is not for everyone. Boylesque is not. This is not a sponsorship. I'm just saying that's what I'm drinking today. It keeps me going. If you have questions, let me know. I'm just saying. All right. So, oh, my mom and dad are here. Of course. Hi, mom and dad. I miss you. I hope you guys watched the intro. Y'all, my dad wrote the intro to this. I don't know if you knew, if you caught that. He also wrote the intro to Bottoms Up, which was also phenomenal. He sang it and wrote it and performed it. He also wrote this one, which I was super duper excited about and super happy with. We decided for this one to go with no words and no lyrics. I thought it kind of fit the tone better. So I hope you guys liked it. And I hope you guys watched it, mom and dad, because there was some hints at you. Ani said I'll drink in your in your place. Thank you, Ani. Don't tell my roommate, and I'm gonna smoke in the kitchen. Thanks, Ani. Never miss this. Um, Julie, if I didn't say, oh, I did say hi to Julie because we talked about your dad. That's right. Yes, it was for you. Hi, Jen Martin. I hope you're doing well. Oh, and of course, my sister's here. Hi, Shannon. Shannon, I'm glad you've been tuning into the shows. I think my family members who watched the last show compared to this show will agree. This is kind of more my speed. It was hard to keep up with Bottoms Up and what was going on with all of that. So, but yeah, so to get kind of started here, I want to start all the way at the intro of how this show describes me. I used some clips, as my sister pointed out, I used some clips of my grandma in there. My intro is things that are important to me, things that I love. So obviously you saw Jaden as Paul in there, him playing the piano, and us on a couple of our trips. You saw my pets. I wanted to put my very first dog in that intro as well, but I didn't have any quality videos of her that looked good. I wanted to do her justice. I'll reach out to my mom and dad. Maybe they can get me something. Also, I had my mom and dad in there playing games at Thanksgiving because that's what we like to do. Who else was in there? I think that was mostly. Oh, there was some the the people that were like groups of people. Those were some of my favorite moments that I had in New York. New York. I've been to New York 3 or 4 times now, and the one of the last times that I went two, I've been 4 times I believe, and four, is it 4 times? Girl, I don't even know. But 2 times that I've gone with Eastern Michigan, where I graduated from, and we went with the theater department over the school's spring break. And the last time I went with them, I had to do a project on New York about the trip, and I could either write a paper about my experience or I could do a video. And of course, if you watch anything Boylesque, you know I picked a video, and those were some clips that were in that video. It's also still live and up on my YouTube page if you want to check it out if you're watching from YouTube or if you just want to look after the show. It's called, I think it's called Not Just a Tourist, and it was just raw footage of people in New York, kind of living their lives, how they make a living there on the streets and on the subway. So, yeah, that was the other clips. Oh, thank you, Jenna. Yeah. Hi, Susan. Hi, Patrick. I'm glad you guys are watching. No, Siri, your name is not Susan. Thank you guys for watching. I'll check out what's going on in YouTube land in a minute. My internet connection was a little wonky, so I didn't. I'm not looking at the YouTube right now, just the Facebook. But I will check out the YouTube in a minute. So stay on YouTube if you're on YouTube. I don't mind. I will come and check you guys out, and feel free to comment there as well. So with that, I think I've caught up with everybody. So, um, Brett, hi Brett, how you doing? I see you commenting. Just one more time for my friends on my watch party, just because that's where I'm getting notified the most. I cannot see you, so click on Boyless Michigan and watch through the Boyless Michigan page, and then I'll be able to see you in your comments. So, sorry, words have escaped me. Like I said, it is wild talking to myself instead of talking to another person. So it's an experience, I'll tell you that. Even with like our Friday night shows, this is what started this specific spinoff, is that I love our Friday night shows and being able to host those. Secret of mine, I love hosting. And with that, it's fun to comment and joke along with the queens and comment on the performances that they did. Last week we did a spinoff of Snatch Game, which is a RuPaul game, and that was a hoot. If you missed out, you missed out. We're gonna do it again sometime, and I 110% recommend when we do it again, because it was a blast. April, thanks. She said, "You're doing great. I am trying my best, friends." I feel I feel like I'm about to be like, and let's pray. I'm looking at my notes, full transparency, so I don't get off track, and I'm like talking for years on years. So I'm just gonna put it to the side so I don't feel like I'm in church. So I started actually doing these type of things with YouTube. I started doing it when I first started my transition in. What is my girl? Um, when I first started my transition all the way back in 2016. So I've been on testosterone for 4 years. I started doing vlogs, which is also on my YouTube page. I started talking about my transition. I started talking about what it was like to be on T, things I was experiencing. There's my first experience with dealing with a death in the community of someone I didn't know but had a huge impact on the community. My experiences coming out to people, my experiences dating people. I have an episode actually with my friend Jenna that you should totally check out. That's my favorite. That's Jenna's least favorite episode and my favorite episode. And we talk about, you know, because at the time, Jen and I were like super close, and we actually tried dating for a minute. We found out that we just make really amazing friends, but we tried dating for a minute, and so we talk about what it's like to date within the trans community and the queer community. So that's a cool episode. You should 110% check out. So all those different things, and you know, one thing that really stopped that, I wanted to continue. I actually held on to that vlog for almost, I think it was almost a year into my transition. I held on to that vlog. You can see, even to the most recent one, I do a quick, when I introduce the show, it's called Everybody's a Little Bit Gay, because, sorry, but you are. And I start by saying, doing my voice. You know, this is my voice 1 month on T. This is my voice 2 months on T. This is my voice. And I just keep going to show you that transition, that it's a real transition. And where was that tangent going? I don't know, but I do know where I wanted it to go, so we'll just go from that. So, train of thought. Now I'm just thinking about how much my voice has changed. Girl, it's changed so much. Why I stopped doing it. So I stopped doing it. My very last video happens on Transgender Day of Remembrance in 2016. Transgender Day of Remembrance in 2016. which, if you don't know what that is, it's the day where we recognize all the transgender individuals who have lost their life in the year, within that year. We say their names. We have a whole ceremony. We say their names out loud. We recognize. We have moments of silence. There's a candlelight vigil, and this was on Eastern's campus at the time. Majority of campuses do it though, and I also think some, or if not all, like organizations, if you have an LGBT organization near you, they would do this as well on Transgender of Remembrance. It was on November. It's on November 20th, I want to say, and November 20th or 2019. And if you're my family, you probably know where this is going because, like I said, this is in 2016. And so I do my vlog that day. And actually, after that, I go to my partner at the time. I go to their show. They're in a show at the time. We watch their show, and after the show, I have a text on my phone from my dad, and it says, "Hey, I need to talk. You got a minute?" And I was like, I was just in a show. Give me a minute to get to my dorm. So I leave my partner. I said, "Hey," it was their last day of the show, so they have like strike and the cleanup and everything. I say, "Hey, why don't you hang out here? I have to go." And they were like, "Okay." So they did their thing. I went back to my dorm, and I talked to my dad, and I found out that my grandma was in the hospital. She had a stroke. And yeah, that was a lot. For those that don't know, because I haven't had like a huge chance to talk about it yet, within Boylesque World, my grandma was my best friend within the family, and she meant everything to me. So to find out she was sick, and I was across the state because she was in Grand Rapids, I was at school in Ypsi. Find out she was across the street was devastating. At the time, I didn't drive. My only option was the train, and I also was in midterms, so I couldn't just leave. And they didn't have any updates. He told me everything that he knew. I didn't know if she was going to be okay. She wasn't doing great. And so I had to deal with that. Going into Transgender Day of Remembrance that evening, the vigil, which at the time I worked for the LGBT Resource Center on campus. So not only did I have to go to this vigil to talk about death, I also had to go help run an entire event. Did I just say that? Not only did it, oh yeah, not only did I have to go attend, sorry, not only did I have to go attend it, I had to go help run it. And I actually had offered to speak as, I believe at the time I was one of, because there was 5 of us, I want to say one of 2 transgender individuals on the RC staff. I had offered out of the 2 of us to speak because my coworker wasn't as comfortable. And so I had to go act as though I wasn't hurting from this pain. I was hurting from their pain, which I was. I just didn't want to make it worse for everyone else who was hurting. I wanted to be a source of comfort, which was very hard. And so I went to Transgender Day of Remembrance. I gave a speech about what TDOR was. I gave, my 2 cents of being trans on our campus, all that good stuff. I sat through the whole vigil. I helped read names aloud of people that had died, also reading aloud their cause of death, which a lot are unknown. If you don't know already, transgender death is actually death of a transgender individual. Is actually not recorded the way it usually happens. Kind of like what's happening with the Black Lives Matter movement, up until we started making a fuss about it, or I should say the community of color started making a fuss about it in a positive way. It went off the record when a transgender individual died, and still does. And it's like, oh, we don't know the cause of death. Oh, we just found the person's body dismembered in a field. So in 2016, I'm reading off these things. And so I leave. After all of that, I leave and go to my dorm, and I just break down. I just have a total breakdown. My roommate at the time had snacks waiting for me. She was very sweet. My ex was there. My now ex, then partner, was there helping me through it. And, it kind of, that killed my light. That entire day killed That entire day killed my light. Wow. And so it was a lot, you know, it was a lot to hear all that. And so 2 days later after that, on the Tuesday morning, because that was Sunday, Tuesday morning, my grandma passed away. And so, that it just spiraled and it spiraled. And that I lost my light after that. And I lost my way with a lot of things. Um, this is a very long-winded way because I have the full hour, and now you're seeing me cry on live, Facebook Live here. This is a long way of me saying this is how this show came to be. I used to vlog. I lost my motivation. I lost my light. And so I tried to find my way by doing drag, by by first doing my drag, so I guess we'll kind of segue from this topic to that topic. A lot of people ask me why I don't do drag anymore. They used to see me do drag or know that I'm still a part of this group. And the reason that I don't do drag anymore is I've never done drag for me. Rewind. I have done drag for me once. The only time I did drag for me was my very first show. The very first show I ever did when I was in drag was for me. I had fun. I had a blast. My drag mentor at the time, he helped me. We did a duet at the LGBT Resource Center Pride event. They did like a talent show. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And after that, it wasn't for me anymore. My different partner at the time came up to me and told me how amazing I was and how good I did. And it just brought me so much joy. And without trying to, not with a negative connotation, but something that stuck with me because it's just who I am as a person, was nothing to do with my partner at the time. It solely had to do with just how I took it and how my brain construed it. My partner said to me, I found it, they used the word attractive, that you did that. And my brain totally flipped that. My brain didn't go, oh, that's really cool. My partner thought it was cool that I was up on stage. No, my brain took it a step further and was like, oh, my partner only finds me attractive when I am in drag. So at the time I was pre my transition. I was pre-hormones. And so I started doing drag in my brain for them. I started doing drag, and every time I performed, I would think about my partner, and I would think about how attracted they were to me, just how good it made them feel that I was up on stage living my life. And then the two of us broke up, and I lost my light. Fast forward to my next partner. Same thing happened. I did drag for the first time with that partner. They told me how good I was, how attracted they were to my drag. And the cycle repeated for the next two relationships. So, yeah, I never did drag for me. And then I came into this relationship where my partner is a drag superstar and is like the superstar in Michigan, living her best life, having merch and shit. And I just couldn't compete with that. In my brain, I couldn't compete with that. Because she had her own thing. She was living independently in her own drag world that she didn't, in a sense, she didn't have my, this series is going to get on my nerves. There you go again. She didn't have time to look at me in that way when I was in drag. Of course, out of drag, we had all the time in the world. But in drag, she was so in her world that she didn't have time to look at me that way. And it made me feel defeated. Again, not her fault. It was my brain construing things. And it made me feel defeated in my drag. And I was like, why is that? Why isn't my partner staring at me in drag? Why is that what is benefiting me when I'm in drag? And it came to realize that I wasn't ever doing drag for me. It just wasn't my niche. It wasn't for me. Just wasn't my thing. And I feel good with that answer. I might jump in. I do duets every once in a while with our girls. I love duets because I get, as a theater kid, I get to play off of someone. That's more fun for me. Um, but yeah, so it then led to me helping host. I help host. I DJ. I do all of our tech. When it comes to our virtual stuff now, I do all of our tech. I help host. I do a duet every now and again, and then that's what led to Bottoms Up. I was like, well, I have vlogging experience, and now I have this hosting experience, so like, what can I do with that? Which brought Bottoms Up, which brought us to here. And this is when Effie said, I have to take a break. I was like, okay, this is the time for me to find my light again. This is the time. This is that was such a long-winded way of me saying this is how I found my light, is creating evening vibes and just creating a space where you can be real and kind of be you and just talk. Um, Today I did a workshop for a friend's. I'm gonna, if you're watching, cool. So I don't know if you want me to out your work, but I did a Zoom workshop, so to speak, on one of my friends for my friend's work. We talked about transgender 101, and the best feedback I got was that how candid I was, how real I was, that I was willing to take this serious topic and be able to laugh about it and be able to make jokes about it. And their favorite thing was that they asked if so the main topic was work, how to deal with someone who's coming out at work as transgender. And so the topic came up of, when do I decide to come out? And I said, well, if it's people I've never met before, there's no need for me to come out because I'm passable. Ugh, hate that word. Don't use it. Do not use that word. I'm using it for you to understand what I'm talking about. Do not use it. But in their eyes, they see a man, which I identify as. So there's nothing for me to come out about. And I said the only time I come out is if I see someone being mistreated for their gender. And I go, okay, hold up. If I hear that they want to be more inclusive in the work environment, then I offer my service of public speaking. Or if I hear one of my women coworkers going from person to person, going, hey, sorry to bother you, but do you have a tampon? And watching her go from each cisgender woman in the office for each person to say no, and then me going, yeah, I got one, and just the facial expression. So those are the 3 times that I come out at work. For cause, for teaching, or just to prove to people that boys can carry around tampons too. So that's what I want this show to be, is kind of just that candid, kind of, we're just here to have a good time, we're here to talk, we're here to chill. I haven't looked at the comments in a hot minute. And also, I need a break from talking for like 2 seconds. I'm going to look and see what you guys are saying over here. Jenna said, don't watch the video. You should watch it. I think it's hilarious. I think Jenna's adorable, but I'm biased because she's my best friend. Check my text. Okay, Ani. I did see that you texted me. See what we got going on. I said, Ani, you could have posted this. Like I said, this is a candid, just real show, and tell people the answer. I'm going to read the question and tell people the answer, Ani. So she said, are you using my lights and also wearing makeup? You look so good. I'm watching this on my big TV, and you're positively radiant. So that's a new thing. I wanted this to look more, not only is this more serious, I also wanted it to look a little better quality than I was giving to Bottoms Up. I was like, man, if I'm doing a spin-off of another show, I want people to know why they are here and why they need to respect me and why they deserve to listen to me in a whole new format. And so what's going on is, yes, Ani, I am using one of your lights. I am upstairs instead of down in the basement. So I have a better Wi-Fi connection. I heard you bottoms up people. I have a better Wi-Fi connection. I got myself a backdrop. This is my hint at one of my biggest influencers for talk shows, talk radio. Not the skyline in particular, but the way it's lined out. Ani will get this for sure, and my parents. But if anyone's ever watched Frasier, the spinoff from Cheers, the opening title has the little skyline of Seattle. That's what this is. But this is New York. That's what that hint has. Frasier, the show Frasier has a lot of the way I think, the way I speak, the way I tell my humor has a lot to do with that show and how many times I've watched it. Oh, hey, Kate Melcher. Welcome, welcome. You did. You missed, if you look at the comments, you missed, a lot. You can always go back and watch it. What's the name on your YouTube? I have a friend that needs to see you. Yeah, totally. My YouTube is just my name. It's, which, you can't really see. Here, hold on, I got you. Ready? youtube.com/ Yeah, so that is the link to my YouTube page. Feel free to check it out. We're also live on there right now. Yes, Ani goes, I won't say it, but you need to iron it. I know. This was like a I realized it too late situation. But yeah, we'll make her look nice and pretty for the next show. I know. I'm really pissed they took it off Netflix too, Kate Melcher. What the heck? I just found it out the other day too. Because I watch it like when I am having so that's one reason why Frasier is on my repeat is because not only did I grow up watching it, when I was going through the loss of my grandma, which Kate Melcher, that's a story I told earlier, just so you're filled in, that was what I watched. I watched Frasier, and I watched The Office. That's all I watched. And so whenever I'm having a bad day, I go to watch Frasier or The Office. And I clicked to go watch Frasier, and it was gone. I was sad. Annie said, okay, fair. She's getting mad that I wouldn't say mad. Mad is a strong word for how she feels. But yes, I keep putting it, keep reading her text out loud. She goes, I don't want to put it in the comments. Yeah. It should be on Hulu. Oh, you know what? Actually, Ani, it is on Hulu. And Kate, Bing, it's on Hulu. I think that may be why it's not on Netflix. It's on Hulu now. I'm going to go see... I'm going to go see what's happening in YouTube land. Let me go see what y'all are up to over here in YouTube. This is fun. I enjoy this. Brett said originally said I'm not seeing any of that chat. I'm on the wrong platform. No, Brett, you could have kept watching on YouTube. I was just reading Facebook comments. I was saying that my internet was wonky when I had YouTube open, but it seems to be working now just fine. Publicize a criticism. I will always publicize a criticism. I'm also going to see what's happening over on this Facebook because I see those comments blowing up. What are you guys doing over here in my personal Facebook land? Oh, yeah. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, I know. I'm very sad they took it off. I'm very sad they took it off. Aw, Patsy ditched class to come see me. Hi, Patsy. Hi, Richard. Oh, my goodness. Y'all are watching over on my Facebook page. I'm glad that worked for you. Hi, Jordan. Oh, there's Brett. Hey, Brett. My sister said, anyone go towards Riley's t-shirt? Yeah, I better go towards Riley's t-shirt. You know why, Shannon? Because this is my partner. Let me just do a full... And they're for sale. So it should always go directly to the t-shirt because I want y'all to buy them because it is quarantine and we're poor. Okay, I'm caught up with everybody. I'm going to close that. So, hey, Unveiled Crew. Annie's, Annie, you are killing me. I can't with you. So this would be, if you guys have any questions, either based on what I said or what I haven't said, please feel free to start putting them in the comments. I'm willing to take any questions that you guys have. Normally at this point, you would have questions for our guest who is with us. So also be prepared for that if you guys choose to join us, which next week, the next 2 weeks I actually have booked. I'm very excited for. So I'll talk about that while you guys are thinking of questions. So yes, there's also a white t-shirt of this. If you guys, we have white and black. Um, where did you get the backdrop? Hold on, let me, I'm getting distracted by the comments. Let me finish what I was saying. So let me tell you what we're doing the next 2 weeks for our guests. So next week I'm very excited because we have Madam Kiki joining us. She does, they do the Queeryoke with Inebriated, which, Ani, since you're watching, I was going to ask when you were here later, but you're watching right now, so you could let me know in the comments. Madam Kiki wants to know if you'll do it with them, just for partnership sakes. But Ani and Madam Kiki host Queeryoke the second Tuesday of every month, so we're going to kick off the first Tuesday of next month by talking about Queeryoke. It's a fundraiser for Ypsilanti Pride, which happens in June. And it's a really fun time. When it was in person, it used to be at local bars. They alternated between two local bars here in Ipsy, but now they do it online virtually, so literally anyone in the world could come on and sing karaoke from their homes, which is also a lot safer because, as a lot of shows, we encourage you to drink, so it's always safer to be at home as well. So it's really cool to watch to see who logs in. They post in the comments of their feed, like you're watching now, they'll post in the comments the link on how to call into their show. You get to watch. The lyrics are on screen for you. You sing. It's a good time. And Ani said, of course I will join. So, yeah, so you'll get to see Ani and Madam Kiki talk about karaoke, quarantine karaoke, as they call it right now, next week. So you should definitely check out next week's episode to see what they have to say. Also, if you don't know Madam Kiki, get to know Madam Kiki, because their makeup, I don't make my guests ever do their makeup for the show because I want this to be a comfortable environment for them. But hopefully Madam Kiki does makeup for you guys next week because they look phenomenal. They do like the craziest shit with their makeup. It's tune in just for the makeup, okay? If you tune in next week, tune in for the makeup. The week after that, we have Harley, Miss Boylesque Pro of 2019. So she's going to be joining us, or she also goes by Derek. He'll be joining us next week, not next week, in 2 weeks, talking about their drag, talking about what they do. They have a really good side hustle. That's a lot of fun that you should check out when they talk about it on the show. So yeah, that's the next 2 weeks. We have some great special guests. I'm going to start lining up more people as we go to get those out to you guys. Let's see what's going on. Ani asked, where did you get the backdrop? I got the backdrop off Amazon. Where we get about 99% of our stuff for our shows off Amazon. That is where I got it. Yeah, they do have a really good system for karaoke. And yes, it's free to watch too. By the way, if I didn't say that, it's free to watch. So you 100% should check it out. Um, and I love my own makeup. Well, of course you do. Every time Ani does her makeup. One time, I wasn't even there for it, but now I'm a part of the joke. One time, Ani said, I don't know the context. If someone wants to tell me in the comments what the actual context was, that's cool. But one time at a show, Ani did her makeup, and she said, this is the best I've ever looked. And it's just, that is now her tagline for whenever she does her makeup. Is, Ani, you look the best you've ever looked. Every time she does her makeup, no matter what she looks like. Ani said, I have questions for Harley. We all have questions for Harley. Yes, Julie Chet. tagged Madam Kiki's page there in the comments, so you can go check out the kind of stuff that they do. Well, yeah, donate to Ipsy Pride when you tune in. It's a fundraiser, Ani, of course. Um, your makeup is fierce, Ani. You did have a couple moments that were a little worrisome, but we figured it out. We figured out your groove, and then we refigured out your groove again. You're doing really good with your makeup lately. On the note of fundraisers, if you haven't already, which I know you haven't because I collect the money for it, please check out what we're doing this Friday. So this Friday, every Friday, if you don't already know, every Friday we do a virtual drag show that is a fundraiser, and it is $15 to watch. Now, a lot of people have issue with this because the rest of our stuff is free, and a lot of other virtual shows, if like 90% of virtual drag shows are free, but ours are different. So the thing is that people have an issue that we charge. They go, I don't understand. Everyone else is doing it for free. Why are you charging? The reason, my friends, that we charge is because our shows are fundraisers. Our Friday shows are a fundraiser. If we were to say we're doing this show for free, we're going to do it on our Facebook page, we would not get the same amount that we get on a Friday. That's just a fact. Our Saturday morning show is a fundraiser, and we don't make anything. That's a fact. We ask for donations. We tell people we're fundraising for the same show we fundraised on Friday night, but they don't donate. But that's not the problem. We're okay with that. We're cool that that people. Our Saturday show is for the kids. It's not for the money. But our Friday show, we're asking for money because we're giving it to a cause. Yes, we split it. We do it a 50-50. Half go to the entertainers, half go to the cause. So then the question becomes, why are you giving 50 to the entertainers? We're in quarantine, people. Some of us gotta make a living. We're making a living that we know how to make a living at. This is what we do, and we're good at it. Okay? If we just gave our entertainment for free every Friday. Listen. So, that being said, please check out our Friday show. This week we are doing the Loveland Therapy Fund, which offers therapy services free of charge. So there's your free of charge, to girls of color. Specifically, I believe the younger generation, but I don't know if there's actually an age limit. But they offer therapy to girls of color. The Loveland Foundation, check them out if you want to learn some more about them beyond what I'm telling you today. So yeah, it is $15 to watch. That's it. You get a private link to the show. You get a shout out. We do some numbers for you. It's a good time. We have Jaden Black, Maxie Schnell, Hershey Chocolate, Ani Bereated, sometimes Isaiah Cole, sometimes Chanel Hunter. It's a fun time. Our Friday shows are a blast. Like, they're worth the $15. Call me biased, but they are worth the $15. Truly said, y'all are lucky they're not charging $100 like they should. Let let's let's not talk about booking fees, girl. Listen, people try to play with those booking fees when we do a private gig. See, so Ani said for her unemployment as a job, she put bar entertainer. We're entertainers, like y'all. I'm just people be crazy. Are you so when I was talking about Ani's makeup, she said, "Are you talking about Liza?" Because that's a fluke. So for a snatch game, Ani Breeded was Miss Liza Minnelli. She had the quirks down, but that makeup needed some work. Um, I wasn't referencing that moment specifically, but that's the same idea. Looking at comments. Yes, exactly. What y'all are saying. Know your value. Right. And because of, I mean, so here's the thing. We have people on our crew that are in Ani's predicament here. So I won't lie, I am lucky. Okay. Jaden is lucky, right? We had jobs to put on our unemployment to be like, this was my last job. And this is why I can no longer work at my job because of COVID. Right. But then we have our crew members like Ani, who she didn't have a job due to various reasons we won't get into, but she didn't have a job pre-quarantine. So when she fills out her unemployment, she doesn't have a job to put. So when they're trying to figure out the unemployment benefits, they don't have like a number to gauge. And so, as I said, she put a bar entertainer because that's what her job was. That's what Hershey's job was. That's basically what Maxie's job was before quarantine, was a bar entertainer, drag shows. And unemployment isn't going to qualify that for like a huge bump in the money, like even if you're going to collect it, like that's not like So yes, we know our worth. That's why our Friday shows are $15. Please check out our Friday shows. They're fun. They're fun. um, we accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. If you don't know what they are, they're all Austin Moan, one word, super easy to look up. Do it. Yes. Ani, we gotta get you a PayPal if you don't already have one, because we have our beautiful people like Julie who only have PayPal. So I really appreciate. While I'm looking to see if we're gonna get any more comments in here. Um, I really appreciate you guys tuning in today. This was a lot of fun. Each week I'll be back with someone new. Like I said, next week's Madam Kiki. The following week is Harley. Um, it's this is gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited just to have real conversations with you guys every week. Bring your questions, bring your open-mindedness, bring that feeling of when when for me specifically it was in high school. Bring it back to wherever it was for you, even if it's right now. It goes back to me to high school, when I'd stay up way too late past my parents' wishes. And I'd be up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, on a school night because I couldn't sleep. I had the great depression, insomnia, of the teenage years. And I'd stay up with my best friend at the time, and we would just talk. And we would talk about anything and everything. And it's like those hours between, I want to say, like midnight and 5 a.m., where it's just the world is at peace. My favorite is in the winter time. I don't like winter, but midnight to 5 a.m. is my favorite in the winter time. When you look outside, it's just quiet. It snowed, or maybe it is snowing still, but it's beautiful. The street lights are reflecting off of the snow, so it's not completely dark out. And you're there for that real conversation because you're tired, but you're not tired. So you're a lot more vulnerable. You're a lot more open. Um, in the summertime, I would use that time of day to go look at the stars and stargaze. It's just So that's what the show is. It's that time to just be open, to be honest, to be vulnerable, to just be real, to let go for an hour. Talk about what you want to talk about for an hour. Use our comment thread how you want to use it. If you want to use it for questions, that's cool. If you want to use it to comment on what's happening, that's cool. But use it to talk about what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about how you had a really shit week, or a shit day, or a shit hour, or a shit year, saying shit a lot, use our comment thread for this show to do that. Talk about it. We're here for you. Just like with Bottoms Up, we created a family, and I want that family to grow and to keep growing. And I want us to have a space where we can talk to people. And then outside of this show, you have those same people to talk to in like a direct message on their Facebook wall, um, however you want it to be. I see Harley. Derek just joined us. Hey, Boo. I advertised the heck out of you. We're excited to see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, I missed Effie too. She is a mess. I miss Effie too, though. She was fun to banter with. Okay, Ani, well, don't just tell us that people can PayPal you. Tell us your PayPal, Ani. Julie wants to know if she can send you money so you're not poor. Hey, Courtney. I don't know if I know you, but hi. Welcome. Welcome to the last 7 minutes of Evening Vibes. Yeah, we're super excited for you. I was telling them that you have so much to talk about, Derek. You have so much. I mean, we'll talk about your drag. We're also going to talk about your side hustle and your business that you're growing, and I'm super excited. Bring your work with you. Bring your work with you when we do the show so we can show it off on the show. Jane said Ani is fine. So you heard it here, folks. Ani doesn't need your money. Jaden Black approved. Oh, cool. I see what Courtney went to school with Jaden. That's awesome. Well, welcome. Sorry if we've met before. If we met in a bar, I probably don't remember. And if we've met on the internet, I definitely don't remember. But thanks for tuning in, Courtney. It's too late, Ani. We didn't want your PayPal anymore. It's too late. I'm just kidding. Send all the queens money all the time, all day, every day. 10 out of 10 recommend sending all of our queens money because they work hard. I recommend. On that note, I'm gonna. Oh, we've met in multiple places. Sorry, Courtney. I apologize. Hold on. I'm telling you guys where you can send your money for Friday because I want y'all to check out Friday's show. This week we're doing Heart and Soul. It's going to be a lot of fun. My dogs are nuts. Welcome to our house. All right, those are the three. Kayla, stop it. You did so good. There's 5 minutes left, dogs. You guys are a mess. All right. Well, anyway, those are the three places you can send money to for Friday's show. I recommend. Jaden said, I'm giving you a hard time as any mother would. Yes. Jaden is like, she says all the time she doesn't want drag kids. I think Jaden makes an amazing drag mother. I might be biased, but I think she makes a really good drag mom because she's real. She will always be real with you and give you a very hard time. Ani will know that firsthand. Yes, Ani, we do love you. I said fur babies. They did so good, you guys. For me being upstairs, they did so good for not bark. If you watch any other show, our Friday show, our Saturday show, they're always barking somewhere. So they did good. Yes. Yep. I what Derek said times 10. Jaden's gonna show you how to make money. Jaden was the one that taught even me to know your worth. Okay. I'm a very big giver. I mean, this show, even, we talked about if I wanted to charge for it or not. Well, with Bottoms Up, I should say, not with this one, because I've already made my platform. But we talked about if I wanted to charge for this show, and I was like, no, we charge for everything else. But Jaden said, if you do anything beyond what you're doing with your work, um, be it go doing lectures, go doing talking to in front of groups of people. Again, outside of this show, she's like, you need to know your worth. You need to know that you're deserving of having an income. And I'm like, but I just like giving people information. And she goes, no. And it's true. I mean, it's true. Just for all of you, know your worth. If you are whatever you're good at and you found out during quarantine that you like to do, know your worth, charge for it. If people like what you do, they will pay you. And if they don't, they can get a cheaper version of whatever it is. Oh, Kate Melchill, you will never hear Jaden say unebriated is fine. I'm just kidding. Yeah, because I'm not sitting next to his food bowl. Wendy said there was no cat attacking you today. Instead, I got dogs barking. Yeah, it's because I'm not sitting next to Swanson's food bowl. My one-eyed cat, if you've watched previous weeks, he's always attacking my feet during the show. Ooh, that's exciting. Kate Melcher said the Wine Castle in Ann Arbor is selling Woodruff Reserve bourbon with Biden 2020 on it. Yes, vote. I don't care. I don't care if we're supposed to be like not talking about parties or whatever because of whatever rule there is. Vote and vote blue no matter who. Okay, thank you. Um, that being said, if anyone needs anyone who lives in Michigan, I mean, I could help you research other states too. I just know how to do it in Michigan. If anyone needs help registering to vote, inbox me. I will get you your registration to vote, absentee included. Do it, and you're gonna walk that ballot in. Don't mail it. Don't trust. Sorry, USPS, but we don't trust you right now because of the president. So walk that ballot in. All right, y'all. Well, it's been a fun time. I'm going to see you all next week with Madam Kiki, and I'm unebriated. I'm super duper excited. Thank you guys for joining me for my first week. It was a lot of fun. I hope you have a splendid week. I'm always here if anyone needs to talk. I'll see you guys next week.